The next question on critical reasoning. The Indian Railways is planning to reduce its cost by cleaning its railway engines once in a month rather than the industry standard of 6 months. With cleaner engines, IR can postpone engine servicing, which involves taking engines out of the service for 6 months. Furthermore, cleaning an engine should reduces its fuel consumption by about 2.5%. Which of the following is an assumption on which the plan is based? So basically, you're saying that instead of cleaning once in 6 months, if I clean it monthly, then my overall cost will reduce because I will be saving on a little bit on fuel consumption. In terms of servicing, I will not have to do servicing quite, what do you call this? Out engines do not have to be stopped for service. Because you're just cleaning it. Cleaning it is not called servicing per se. You're just keeping it clean. Servicing might take more time than what cleaning might do. So if you are doing it once in 6 months, the entire engine is not available for a few days. Probably that's how the servicing goes. But if you're talking about just cleaning it, probably it will be available in a very short time. So that they have mentioned all these reasons, and that is the reason why you're going to save cost. Now, if you look at A, fuel prices are likely to rise in the near term, therefore cutting fuel consumption is important. Well, cutting fuel consumption 2.5% is not a great amount to cut. And you're increasing the number of cleaning points from once in 6 months to 6. So if it is 2.5% that you're saving in fuel, there is no argument or there is no guarantee that increasing the number of cleanings, that is from 1 in 6 months to 6 in 6 months, will compensate for it, or will be less than it, or will it be more than it. So we can't just say that A is correct simply because we don't have a comparison of the 2.5% cost saving versus the cost that I'll be incurring for 5 extra cleanings. In fact, this itself should give you the idea that I don't know the cost that I'll be incurring for cleaning the engine 5 extra times. Will that cost be more or less than what I would otherwise have to spend? This basically is what is the most important part. Okay, the engine cleaning personnel are available in sufficient numbers to clean engines. This could be a problem. I mean, if you at the end of the day, this is an assumption. I mean, I'm assuming that I'll clean. If I say I'll get it clean, it means I'm assuming that people are existing. So B could be correct. Leave it aside. C, cleaning engines once a month will give the Indian Railways a competitive advantage over the models of transport such as air and road transport. This has not even been discussed. So there is no way relevant to our discussion right now. The cost of the monthly cleaning of engines is not significantly greater in the long run than the cost of engine servicing. In fact, if you compare B and D, both of them are valid assumptions, because you can't say I will plan cleaning without assuming that there are enough people to clean. But D would be a more relevant assumption given the context. So this is something that you need to learn, that there could be two valid assumptions, but you have to pick one which is more in line with the context. Given the context, D should be correct here because the cost of monthly cleaning has not been discussed at all. So the assumption is, if the monthly cleaning that I'm doing extra 5 times is turning out to be more than my otherwise cost that I'll be incurring, I should not be doing this. If I am doing it, what does it mean? It means my monthly cost that I'll be incurring by increasing it to 6 times a month, times in a half year period, it will still be less than the cost that I will otherwise incur if I do it only once in 6 months. That is the assumption. Otherwise, this entire point is not relevant at all. So D is more in line with the context of the passage. Now, please remember, B is also a valid assumption, but if you have to pick one, you have to pick the one which is more in line with the context. The context matters. Similarly, D, the operation cost of the railways cannot be reduced by increasing cleanliness. This is it's counter assumption, because the passage clearly says that we are trying to reduce the cost. So anyway, is incorrect. Okay, so that's your answer, option D.